ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कथा मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलान् श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वञ्चकल्पद्रव्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयं श्यामला शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणहरिं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायां पतये नमः। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्र स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्र सर्वस्वं मय रामचन्द्रो दयालु न अन्य नैव जाने न जाने। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। Okay, so I welcome you all to our day 3 session of remembering the glories and pastimes of Lord Ram, and we are reading Sundara Kanda and understanding. Okay. Yeah, so we are going through the adventures of Hanuman, that he is taking up as he is heading towards his mission. As we discussed last 2 days, whenever we take up missions in our life, first of all, we need to know what is the real mission of life. We will discuss a little about that later with a right example. And after taking mission, then what happens is that the challenges come. And when the challenges come, what should we do? After crossing the challenges, what should we do? Yesterday, day before yesterday, we were discussing about the way that Hanuman dealt that first challenge in this mission was to understand the way out from a deadlock situation. Sometimes we find ourselves that there is no way. I have explored enough. I think I am the best person to assess my own situation, and I think there cannot be any other way. I think, well, usually people say there is an answer for every question, but I think this question that I have doesn't has an answer. Sometimes we create our own boundaries, we create our own problems, and then we rot in that, and we tend to see a problem or a challenge with a zoomed out view sight, and we think, oh, this is the biggest problem, nothing, there is no way. But when we just use the vision of others, then we understand, okay, this is not a big problem because that problem is already solved. Just like when we are applying for any exams, if a question comes that we never know the answer, um, yeah, we may think it's not, it's an unsolvable problem, but yeah, there are people, experts who can show, no, no, there is a way, there is a proof, and this is how you can resolve the problem. And in that way, Jambavan, when Hanuman was staring at this vast ocean, looking for problem, solution, sorry, answer, then Jambavan, he has reminded the solution, uh, the what do you call, um, the knowledge that we require to solve a problem. After that, we also discussed about how after he saw into the sky, then he came across a couple of obstacles. One is the sweet one that we discussed was Mainak, and the second one was not so sweet one. It was more of a competitive, competing obstacle, a very dynamic problem. A problem, it's not a static problem. Yeah, it's a problem that increases as it is disturbed. The more we touch it, the more we want it to settle, it becomes more unsettled. So from that, I think if there's someone who has joined newly in the sessions, yeah, you can find the links for the last two sessions, go to that, and we'll take it from there, what happened after that. Hanuman, yeah, teaches us many lessons already. I mean, there's unlimited lessons even within these two encounters, but because we want to cover the whole Sundara Kanda in 9 days, we are going little swiftly and briefly. Hanuman shows approach after this that he is now sailing a bit more higher in the sky. Yeah. So because we see that Surasa, yeah, Surasa found him. Okay, because Surasa saw Hanuman. Then Surasa opened the mouth, mm, and wanted to swallow, because of the boon it has. So but now Hanuman decides, okay, let me not make the same mistake that I am more visible. mm. So he started flying over this ocean, not from the same level, but he increased so high that it is literally the high of the path. Yeah, just like we see sometimes. If you have seen, if you're flying, what is this Airbus A380? Yeah, I think 380. When it's sailing up very high, then you start seeing there are small flights which are below this level. Hmm. So every flight has its capacity that it can fly high. It has its own path. So similarly, humans, yeah, can anyway can't fly high. Then when we talk about next, then there is Vanaras, there is Gandharvas who can fly, then there is Kinnaras who can fly above, and then there is also a pathway for even um, uh, Lord Shiva, that he can traverse, which means no disturbance. Yeah, it is super fast expressway, no disturbances. So Hanuman even yeah, could fly at that high. Hmm. So this is also very important. Just a small thing. The change of approach that Hanuman has demonstrated can help us to understand that it's very important that we reflect. We reflect on what we do. We should understand that whatever lessons that have come shouldn't go on vain, should be used for our advancement. uh. So reflections help us to not repeat the same mistakes. When we have mistakes, we have caused it, so we should make a note that we don't repeat the same mistake. These reflections help us to learn our strengths, our weaknesses, our abilities, our inabilities, our shortfalls. And these reflections also help not only to understand ourselves, we also can understand others. This is very important. We always are thinking that why this is happening to me. I have changed my approach, I have changed my way of doing things after all, but still Nothing is happening when I'm dealing with others. Yeah. So when we are reflecting, we should also understand why someone is dealing with us in this way. So a reflection is a very important means to understand and improve. So Hanuman, after this episode, he started flying even more higher, and when he is, mm, getting closer and closer to the goal of landing or reaching Lanka, but midway and all of a sudden he got froze. He couldn't move mid-air. He was frozen, and he had no clue. He was trying to go left, right, no change his direction. Nothing was working. It was as if like he is frozen. And what could be the reason? Sometimes, yeah, we may sail very, very high, but what happens is there is always a shadow that's left, and the shadow which is on the sea. So there is a simhika which caught hold of this shadow, and it was actually pulling uh, uh, Hanuman. Hmm. Now the question may come, how come? Yeah, shadow. What value does a shadow has? But yeah, we are talking about the creatures which has the ability to hold on uh, to whatever impression that one can give, and so we'll try to understand the purport of this later, but we'll see what happened after this was Hanuman was not only just stopped in proceeding forward, but all of a sudden there was a huge pull. Yeah, initially he was not able to budge even an inch, but all of a sudden then he was started pulling very with heavy gravity towards the sea. So this pull was so intense, and then Hanuman immediately understood there is another uh, hmm, challenge that he is going to face, and he was not scared. He was not scared. Oh no, what will happen? Rather than that, he was thinking, okay, whatever is the challenge, at least let me start being prepared. So not like he's seeing the sky and leaving everything in the hands of the Lord. Okay, Lord, you take care of me. Hmm? I don't know what is happening. No, rather he is not troubling or disturbing the Lord, causing him inconvenience to handle him. Rather, Hanuman, what he did, he took the pose of a diver who is going to straight dive into the pool of water. Now he's diving into this waters because the pull was so strong, and it means mm, he will eventually, within no moment, land into these waters. He understands there is something under these waters, so he took this diving position, and with his arms stretched, head straight, and then um, just a mile above the water level, all of a sudden came out a vast opening of a vast opening of a demon, a demoness, the mouth of it wide opened to swallow Hanuman. Just seeing that, Hanuman remembered that Sugriva already told what kind of creatures can be on this side, and then he said, "Hey, this is Simhika. This is what is that? Shadow grasp demoness. It can grab the shadow." So he understood how it's that which is doing. He immediately took control of the situation. Then what he did, he himself increased the speed more than the pull that the gravity. Because just imagine if someone is pulling us, if we have no clue, yeah, the person who is pulling knows what time a person can come closer. Now Hanuman has intensified his speed of falling beyond or more than what Simhika was, anticipating. And then, while coming closer and closer, when Hanuman came closer to the mouth of the Simhika, he became even very, very short, tiny. He entered into the mouth, he entered into the guts, and then into the stomach. And within no time, yeah, he started with his sharp fingers, damaged all the vital organs of this demoness, and he ripped from within the body of this demoness, and he came out, and with that Simhaka was out, yeah, dead. So in this way, Hanuman has once again demonstrated such a great um, way of how to overcome obstacles in one's life. The obstacle can be bigger. Obstacle can be in disguise. We cannot see our obstacles in whatever form it can come. We should be prepared. This is what Hanuman, he was prepared. Not just prepared that, okay, let whatever the fate can come, let me accept it. He was also very active in how to take over such a way that he will, not save. The goal is not to save himself, but save the mission, what he has took up. Just imagine if Hanuman was swallowed and that's it, the mission is gone. So there are few nice points that we can see also from here. What happened here? We know that Surasa story we understood, and after that we are talking about Simhika. Here we see that Simhika, what it was doing is it was not catching Hanuman. It was catching what? The shadow of Hanuman. Shadow can be considered as of kind of someone's mm, reflection. It could be compared uh, mm, like everyone has shadow. Yeah, every one of us has shadow, and everyone. What does it mean? Is that everyone also has some kind of fault, and of course, in this case, we are not saying that okay, Hanuman had some faults, and no. What we understand from here is that when even someone is advancing, yeah, not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is perfect and free from all kind of defects, defaults, and anything. But there are always some people around us who sees that hey, they are more looking our faults and our inabilities, and what they do is they catch that. They don't catch us directly, they catch our faults. And people like Simhika want to pull down, finding the faults and holding to them, and pulling down is a kind of indicating a defaming. So there are people who are around us that they do not appreciate the greatness. Like now Hanuman is so high, because of his focus and his service, everything. A devotee might be very much keen on rendering great service to the Lord, but people will usually think the faults in the person, and then some people are so much that they are in this envy. Yeah, they're so envious of the other person. So what they do is they start defaming, they start pulling him down. Huh? So So this is what we see, and what is the way? Solution is flying high. This is what Hanuman did, not considering, not considering the envious people, mm, always being little away from them, because envious people, what they do is they try to engage us into becoming more envious. And if I find fault in you, then sorry, if someone finds fault in me, then I'm uh, not so uh, innocent and sane person. I can also find faults very easily. I also have the skills. Hmm? Rather, Hanuman was not interested in finding these faults. Rather, his goal was to, to sail high. Hmm? But even after sailing high, if this defaming is becoming bigger, so Hanuman, he took a tiny position. Hmm? Tiny, he grew tiny, and then he entered and he just came out. Yeah. So sometimes we should understand how to overcome such people in our life. There will be people who may defame us, there will be people who are envious of us. The best thing is to keep away from their association. But in spite of that, if somehow we are pulled into there, we have to be very, very careful and handle, like how Hanuman has done. Even, because of this, it was pulled. Yeah, there is no way that he could go forward with this mission. Yeah, just do the needful and then proceed. Mm. So we see that right from, so there are a few lessons in last 3 days we can already see in the form of these obstacles. We see that the first thing is lack of confidence. When we are on a mission, first thing is lack of confidence. Can I do it? Then we need a person who can boost us, who can motivate us, a guide, guidance is very, very important. And then we also see that not only that, faith. uh, Faith. Sometimes we lack in faith of mm, uh, in ourselves, and in the mission. Then what we should do? It's not about confidence. It's about faith. Hanuman, what he did was he took the name of Lord Ram, and then uh, not only that, he grew very large his faith also, yeah, which was already, he had full faith in Lord Ram, and that with that full faith he took up the mission. So this is one. And then we come across Mainak, yeah. So sometimes we also go through some kind of mental inertia in our life. Mental inertia means, yeah, I know what I should do, but yeah, come on, I have that reason, I have this reason, I have physical problem, I have mental problem, I have social problem, I have so many problem and problem. This is all is what is called mental inertia. Someone has to push, yeah, someone has to push. That's why it's very important to be in the association of sadhus, because they can gear us up to go forward. But not only that, we see here that we should break us, we should come out of that, forget, and then we should, what is the way for breaking such mm, mental blocks is to refocus on the mission. When we again are getting, oh, how important is the mission? Yeah, okay, I know that I have to do that, but how important it is to do that? When I know the importance of the mission that I am on, and then that inertia, we will give up that inertia. And then now we see that in the case of Surasa, there is this dynamism coming, where Hanuman grew and Surasa grew, and Hanuman grew and Surasa. In that way, that this, yeah, this was going. Hanuman took a humble position. What again he did? He became very tiny and he entered the mouth of Surasa, because this is also what she wanted, and came out, and then he pleaded, now what you want I have done. I came inside and now I'm outside. Now can you please allow me to proceed? That melted Surasa, and she gave way to Hanuman. And then this next obstacle in the form of Simhika, hmm, is that this Simhika was sent. Um, so this demon, yeah, this demon was sent so that to check. No, Surasa was sent to check the how strong is Hanuman. Can he really achieve the mission? Yeah, and Surasa said, "I have no enmity with you. I don't. It's not my intent to trouble you. Hmm? Rather, I would like to bless you. Success in the mission. In that way, humility can always accrue blessings, whereas competing spirit can only lose, uh, what you call, whatever goodness that we have we will lose, and whatever good association we have, that will be lost. In that way, the competing spirit can always be dangerous. So far, all these obstacles. Any questions till now before we go into the next obstacles? No? Or if you have any questions later, we can discuss again. Then finally, after crossing the Simhika, then Hanuman finally lands in the land of Lanka. When he lands in the land of Lanka, Hanuman, um, yeah, isn't it a success? No, it's not a success. It's only kind of a success, not a worth of a great celebration. Usually, when we achieve small things, we think, "Oh, I have achieved great thing. I have to be glorified. I have to be, you know, I should feel great about myself. I should pamper myself." No, Hanuman had no time for all these things, because he is not seeing this as a big success as such. For him, success would be to bring the message of Lord Ram to Sita, and bring back this, that the most happiest Sundara, yeah, the most beautiful message back to Lord Ram. That is the mission. So Hanuman landed in the island, and then In this island, there is this. When he lands, all of a sudden he was kicked from the back, and when he got up and he turned back. He saw there is only mist, nothing so visible. And then next moment came a very darkish, big, huge body personality that came out. And then Hanuman immediately said, "Yeah, yeah, he's Yamaraj." And what is that? This Yamaraj is tied in chains. And Hanuman said that, "Hey, I am Hanuman." Hmm. And also Yama also recognized who, and he felt very sorry for uh, hitting him hard, beating him. But then he started saying why he is here. Yeah, Ravana is such a great. What do we call him? Yeah, as you may remember, recollect, in those days we used to call him international. What do we call this? Is only international. Yeah, but Ravana is like interplanetary terrorist. Yeah, he was terrorizing people not only in the planet Earth but all over. All the three worlds was shaking, and there was no exception, no excuse for the devatas. Yeah, Indra, Chandra, Varun, hmm, and here Yamaraj. Yeah, who is the lord of death. Yeah, time. So he is also not spared. So he was caught. He was just put in on a very, very important mission there by Ravan. He said this is the boundary of north of Lanka. There are these Lamba and Suvela mountains, and he kept that. He tied him basically here with a special mantra, Rudra mantra, to this mountain, and he said, whoever comes here, uh, just by your touch, you destroy him. That's the job. That's a punishment, job, or service, whatever we call. Ravana engaged Yamaraj also in that. Hmm. Usually we know that uh, everyone is scared of death, but Ravana made death scare of him. So Yamaraj was in this situation. He tried to pull this chain, free himself to escape. No chance. He was saying all that, and then Hanuman just mere a touch of, and then this whole shackles broke into pieces. He thanked Yamaraj. Yamaraj thanked Hanuman, hmm, and was very pleased. He was grateful and thankful, and when someone is genuinely pleased and happy and feel extremely grateful, they would like to give something. If a person is mm, good hearted, so Yamaraj, he immediately what he did is that he blessed him fearlessness. Not only fearlessness to Hanuman, he said, anyone who remembers you will never fear death. And now, how many of us fear death? Oh, just a thought about what is that ending day, ending time, ending situation. People are scared. Death we don't want. The four problems of our life: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Janma and Mrityu. People don't want death. We are finding so many ways to prolong our life. There are so many apps to keep us healthy and fit. There are so much research going on how to lead a life where it is what do you call it? There is eternity. The churning of Milky Ocean to get this Amrit so that we can drink that Amrit is also a plan so that one can live forever. So in that way, no one wants death because everyone is scared of death. And here Yamaraj is saying, if we don't want to fear death, the best way is to remember Hanuman. By remembering Hanuman, uh, death won't fear us. We can win over the fear of death. And then further, mm, then taking this right chance immediately before Ravana again catches him, punishes him, Yama left. Then, when Hanuman was just going a little forward, he started hearing some whispering, and then he thought, "Oh, there is someone else." He slowly went, and there's a cave, and inside the cave there is a personality or a person who was hanging upside down, tied with all the chains. That there is no possibility of moving any way, left, right, and he was facing a wall. And now, who can he be? Huh? the black person, Shani. Uh, we know how many of us are scared of just if someone, if Shani Dev is even seeing, there is something going to happen. So many people are scared of him. Ravan made Shani not see his city. Rather, he made him see the wall and nothing else. And that too, not in a normal way. He tied him intricately that he sees. He doesn't move upside down. So then Hanuman, he came, he released the chains. And then again, Shanidev has blessed him. Anyone who remembers you will never be affected by the miseries caused by my glance. So we are not talking about ordinary. We understand. Yeah, sometimes people may see that hey, devatas are greater than devotees. No, devotees are so great that uh, they are blessings to the devatas. Devotees are in direct contact with the Supreme Lord, which means direct. What is this direct contact? Means direct mercy. And what is this direct mercy? The potency of the Lord. That is the why it is said that the devotees also have the qualities of the Lord, which not only are this mercy, and they also have the power. They can do anything. They can do things that seemingly are looking impossible. So here, usually people do a lot of what do we call this? Uh, Pacifying the, what do we call this? Grahas, so that that can be favor of ones that can enjoy great life and all. That may only relieve for some time, but we see here by just approaching devotees, what blessings one automatically will get. The purpose of approaching Hanuman is need not be that they can get strength against the fear of death, or immunity against the ill vision of Shani. That's automatically granted. Not only that, what is one granted? We will discuss later. Association of a sadhu in our life. So, coming to our maybe the last today, another obstacle, the obstacles that are on the way of a mission of Hanuman. Now, after he came to this Lamba and Suvela mountains, then he saw there is a huge forest between this mountain and the city of Lanka. By the way, Valmiki ji, Kavishwara, Kapishwaro, yeah. So that's how one takes shelter of understanding of glorifying or praying Valmiki, that he's an expert, Kavishwara. So Valmiki ji very nicely describes the glorious position of Lanka, and all this, how nicely Lanka is built. It is protected from all sides with water. Yeah, that's why it's island. Not only that, before the city comes, there is a huge vast of terrain, forest. And the beauty of this forest is that these forests have so many flower trees, fruit trees, and not that. Yeah, usually any forest can have this. But Ravana is so powerful that he made that mm, these are not seasonal. It doesn't matter which season, they always flower, they always give fruit. Fruit bearing trees are always there, and uh, and also very fragrant. The whole forest is very beautiful. So Hanuman was thinking how to go, mm, so that he may not be caught. mm. After thinking and thoroughly scrutinizing the options, then he decided, let me take the form of a tiny Vanara. I don't want to become a huge Ravan, because people may start engaging, talking with me, or I don't want to take a huge form and invite attention again. And I won't want to become a Vanara. People will, the Rakshasas are very powerful, they can harm. I want to be in a kind of a disguise such a way that I'm not to be noticed so easily. He took form of a Vanara, but very tiny, and then he navigated through this forest. Just he was thinking, ah, now I can see the gates of Lanka city. which is, yeah, the city itself. The beauty is, Valmiki ji explains, the city is on, not on the floor, but it's on the Trikuta Parvata. Yeah, it is, the city is built on the tip of the three peaks, Trikuta Parvat mountain, on which the whole city is there, and each palace is having a golden dome. And I think tomorrow we get also to see when Lanka is, when Hanuman is even entering into Lanka, then he is so um, hmm, um, what do we call this? Fascinated to see the beauty of Lanka, Lankapuri. He starts seeing, and then how is the columns built, with what kind of precious jewels, emeralds, columns are built. Yeah, we are not talking about a tiny stone which can fit into a ring. Yeah, Hanuman is saying that he sees the columns, the pillars made of precious gems, or made of it, that one can see his face when they see into the flooring. So it's like a, yeah, it's a feast, yeah, a place that we'll discuss tomorrow. But we'll still see what is the obstacle before entering the gate. Was all of a sudden there's a huge giantly mm, uh, mm, a demoness who blocked the entry of Hanuman into the city of Lanka. He was saying, "Hey, now I am very close. There's only just small gap I have to find and go in." But Lankini said, "No one can escape me." Lankini, who is Lankini? Will understand. She's gatekeeper of Ravan, guarding the city of Lanka. And then she was guarding, and she said, "No one can go against my scrutiny, without my will, and also the will of Ravan. Only if Ravan wanted, and if I permit, then only one can enter Lanka." See how much ego should be a person have, that they are fully confident, yeah, because of their ego, that no one can go in. This is what is the what Lankini is saying. Lankini, and then Hanuman, he grew big, and yeah, because first, first Hanuman tried to go on a peaceful path, so that he said, I am a tiny Vanar. I would like to see the beauty of the city, and please allow me to enter. Then Lankini said, no way. Then Hanuman again said, no, 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 I'll not disturb anything. I'm just see if there are some fruits, because I heard the mangoes of Lanka are so sweet. Let me enjoy them, and I'll come back. Then Lankini said, if you really are behind this mangoes, fruits, I will go and get right here. Then Hanuman understood that this Lankini is not going to leave so easily. So then he started changing the voice. Now Hanuman is speaking with little command, and he is saying that if you do not allow, then I will mm, have to use the next danda to beat. So then Lankini was very angry. Lankini kicked Hanuman way away, and then Hanuman now decides, now we have to bring this to end. He jumps up, and then with his with his left fist, not even right, gives one solid punch, and then Lankini is flat down on the floor. And when Lankini was hit so bad, then Lankini came to her senses. Sometimes when we are carried away with our ego, someone has to punch us so hard, then we may come to our senses and realize what kind of mistake we do. And now Lankini starts realizing, and understands that um, what a mistake it did. And not only that, it starts saying, who am I? I am a gatekeeper in my previous life, but not gatekeeper of this Lanka, but gatekeeper of Brahmalok. Because I am a gatekeeper of Brahmalok, I became also very puffed up, very having built with a lot of ego, and thought, okay, and I was not dealing with the people who want to see Lord Brahma properly, and because of that, Brahma, Lord Brahma has cursed me to go and settle here. settle in the midst of people who have a even higher ego than what I had, huh, to be with Ravan. And then I've been taking very, I'm here, and because I am guarding, I even thought, yeah, I am guarding for my master, and this false ego that I have carried, that increased, and I didn't realize who you are. No, so, and saying this, she said that Lord Brahma, when he cursed me, and after this, he said that whoever defeats me, uh, that is the moment, uh, that is the start of end of Lanka's glories. That is the end of Ravan. So, of course, I already somehow predicted when Ravan brought Sita to Lanka. I already thought something, yeah, this is the end of Ravan. But now it is a vivid proof to see someone coming here and kicking me, and this it fits perfectly with what Lord Brahma said. So in that way, when when Lankini was telling, then Hanuman was very happy. Yeah, he got a affirmation, confirmation. Yeah, one was anyway. Sampati said that okay, Ravan took Sita, but of course Sampati was old. Huh? His vision may be not be as sharp, to see, but here Lankini, here Lankini is saying that yeah, Lankini saw Sita, and then Hanuman became very happy. He became so happy to know that Sita is definitely in Lanka. Because when he came to the forest, when he came to this mountains, he was thinking, oh, if Sita can Sita survive here? If Sita would have come here, uh, he was getting more and more tense, more and more worried, and every moment he was getting closer to the gate of Lanka. He was always thinking, what chance is there for Mother Sita to survive in the midst of all these people? Because he was seeing from the mountain how the city is, how Rakshasas were, and all that things only worried him. If Sita would be here, uh, can she be alive? So, so anyway, so this is one more obstacle that Hanuman overcome, and here, yeah, we see that some lessons again. We see that Lankini is blessed by not a long association of Hanuman, just a moment, just few moments of association of Hanuman. But because Hanuman is a sadhu, then Lankini got blessed. Hmm? Lankini is blessed because Hanuman is a saintly person. So saintly persons always cause welfare in our own life. We just have to invite them without all these reservations, without fear, huh? Because their presence is only beneficial for us, good for us. If a saintly person, yeah, here we see that, um, yeah, when saintly person come, what benefits and purposes we meet, we see that first thing is one may have uh, some beliefs that we think that this is right, this is absolute truth. Lankini also was thinking her loyalty is towards her master. Huh? She was thinking, I'm doing my right job. What is my duty is to be loyal. Just like Karna, he was in the camp of Duryodhan. He was always thinking, I'm doing right because Duryodhan has saved me. So he has put all his loyalty there, on the adharma side. And here Lankini also, because he thought, oh, Ravan is the king, and of this kingdom belongs to him, I belong to him. So all these beliefs that are there, which are not right, Hanuman, one punch made her realize who is her real master. In our life, we think that so and so person is our master, and we do, whether they are doing right, supporting right, we support. We just think, hey, if he's doing wrong, there is no wrong in me. I am doing right. No, we should correct ourselves to understand who is the right master. That is possible only in the association of sadhus. And then that is anyway one benefit. The second benefit we see here is that it reduces the attachment or develops detachment. When we are with sadhus, they say, what is the reality of life? On what should we really be focused and give up other things? So Lankini was attached to her role that she said, hey, I am a gatekeeper. My job is to protect. No one should go beyond this. But Hanuman made her away. That this is false attachment. The real attachment should be towards the Lord. People these days, we call, what is it called? Desa Bhakti or Swami Bhakti. First thing is about the Swami Bhakti. That is, we Hanuman or saintly people come in our life to know who are our Swami, who is the real master. And then there is the another bhakti, which is also not correct, which is Desa Bhakti. We identify ourselves with the country where we live. We identify ourselves with the citizen. Yeah, we say I am citizen of so and so country. I have patriotic, all these things. But we should really understand to whom we really belong, to which whose land is this. Is that land of or is this everything, the whole planet and everything creation is whose property? Who is the supreme controller? Who is the supreme proprietor? Who is the supreme master? Only when we are in association of sadhu, by his discourses, by his association, by his guidance, one can understand these things. And what is other benefit is it will help us not to fall down, but it help us to rise up. So here we see that helps to understand what is actual fortune. Yeah, fall down is happening because we don't know what is the right thing to do. What is we don't even know what is fortune and misfortune. What is it? Fortune and unfortune moments. When sadhu comes, he gives us the glasses through which we can see what is the right thing, and then with that vision we will not fall, but rather we yeah, just like Hanuman has sailed high in the sky, we will also understand that yeah, this is not the place where we have to be. So, and then sadhu also helps to remind us to understand our constitutional position. Not only that, okay, who is the master, but I am actually a servant of the Lord, not the servant of the land, not the servant of someone. I am the servant of the Lord. So in that way, it's very, very important in our life to find sadhus. If we can approach sadhu and take shelter and follow his instructions, follow his advice, then our life will become successful. So in this way, it's very, very important. So Ramayana is not what do we call a nice bedtime story that is full of suspense, full of sweetness, full of all varieties, all rasas. Ramayana is a treasure of so many lessons that if one a sadhaka is there, just by embracing, by hearing, reading regularly Ram Katha, the glories of Lord and his devotees, life becomes successful. I'll stop here. Are there any questions, any comments, anything anyone would like to share, add? Especially for newcomers, was it too quick or easy to follow? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji, as always, a lot of learnings. Especially, I found two very nice things. Like one is, when you find envious people that try to pull down on your faults and keep flying high, and associate. That's one aspect. And then association with sadhu is very important to understand the right deeds and the right master, and that will help us to rise up. So I think every little thing in the Sundara Kanda has a lot of understanding in. I think that was good. And also, we need to reflect to avoid the repeating same mistake. This will not only help us to understand our strength, you mentioned also other strengths, and accordingly place our
Yeah,
journey.
rather, yeah, we need to know the other strengths. So if we want to win, we need to understand what kind of punch we need to give. So we need to understand their strengths and also weaknesses. Of course, this is not a uh, selfish motive. This is a kind of survival motive. Yeah, if we want to survive in this world, which is filled with so many un what do you call not useful, yeah, or harmful environment, we need to also be. It's not like okay, saintly person. Let me sit very peacefully. Let Lord take care of everything. Or no, Lord has put me in this trouble. What a kind of situation? Just compromise. No, Lord has given us the intelligence, the ability to think properly, to do things properly, to work. It's not so. That's why devotion or bhakti is not just sitting in a corner or escaping from the problems, but when the problems come, how to handle it so that we grow bigger. Yeah, we benefit from that. Hmm. Yeah, nice point, Satish bro.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Adresa
Thank,
Prabhu.
thank you, Prabhuji, for the third day today. And Prabhuji, I was thinking in the third obstacle, Hanuman killed, right? I forgot the name. But in
No.
the no,
Yes, in the Surasa and Simhika.
but in the second obstacle, he, I mean, he took the humble position and also fulfilled the wish of her.
Yes.
But in the
Yeah.
third case, he immediately killed. I mean,
Yeah.
so what do we learn from this?
From that we understand that okay, we don't become envious of people who are envious of us, but at the same time that because the envious environment is not conducive for everyone, so we should actually, if we are mature enough, we should really boldly um, destroy it, or what do we call it? Boldly uh, make the environment free from it. Yeah, overcome for the benefit of everyone. So Hanuman was not envious because this Simhika is. Hanuman was still looking of how to deliver this. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes this happens, right? Even if you want to go high, 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 there is always someone pulling low, 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 right?
Yes, correct. So
Which
the
can
only
become a
way,
obstacle in our service. Yeah. Yeah, of course, as a devotee, we learn how to be tolerant, how to develop these qualities of, but we see that, okay, this is also kind of a thing that is not good for you or for the other person. Huh? If a other person is envious, what is the benefit he is going to get? He is only going to suffer more. Hmm?
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
That's why, I mean, this is also a very nice point that you brought that devotee is not just humble again, not sitting in one corner. Yeah? He is seeing how, I mean, we cannot imitate Hanuman Ji, but what we can follow here from Hanuman um, mm, dealings is that we understand that, okay, to our capacities, what we can do. We can't simply now open our chest very wide and say, come on, anyone, come. If you're envious, no, now I know what to do to destroy you. No, that's not. Hmm? But we understand if it is becoming obstacle in our services, yeah, if we have the power, if we have the ability, if we can really handle it directly, we handle directly, or we seek support from others who can help us to overcome such situation. There comes the counselors and people who can bring people to the right senses. Hmm. What is the benefit of becoming envy? Neither you will advance, neither the other person will advance. So such a kind of, this is what happens. Yeah, I remember sometimes when someone is practicing bhakti, right? somehow it could lead to some kind of small groups. Yeah, that okay, we are all together, we think alike, and let us do together. And then there is someone else who is also becoming thinking okay, and then it could also come, hey, that group is doing better, this group is not doing better. So all these feelings will come. Then a person who is above bring the both groups together and say, our goal is not to compete each other, our goal is to serve together. So such counselings can help to handle envy. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji,
Nishant Prabhu. Hmm?
Ji Prabhuji, I actually, this is one, I mean, comment wise, I would say thank you very much for such a blissful discourse. And it's really, I also watched the YouTube and repeat because it's really very interesting. So thank you for that. Prabhuji, one small doubt came to my mind when you, I mean, it's more of a clarification for myself that you mentioned that praying for Lord Hanuman that we will not have the fear of death. So, but praying to Krishna is the ultimate. So why
No, we are
should
not
we?
saying praying to Hanuman to overcome death or fear of death. No. What we are saying is that if someone remembers Hanuman, automatically, of course, the purpose of remembering Hanuman is not for becoming free from death, but praying Hanuman is to get spiritual strength to practice bhakti. Mm. Yeah. And what automatically, yeah, of course, this is a boon that is given, but automatically what happens is one is free from fear of death. Yeah, because a Vaishnava understands that death is what? Change of body, just like change of cloth.
Ji.
Yeah. So of course Yama has blessed it for inspiring people. Oh, okay, now I will be free from death, fear of death. But actually, yeah, the devotee is not behind of getting free from fear of death. He is eager to take shelter of Hanuman or devotees so that he can develop the taste for bhakti, for devotion, for serving the Lord, to become servant of the Lord. Automatically, whatever will come, let it come.
Ji.
Hmm.
Okay. Prabhuji, one more topic regarding this Lankini was also very interesting that she was the keeper of Brahmalok, but
Hmm.
she was egoistic. Then she was punished to be the keeper of Lanka.
Hmm.
So so how do you I mean, ego itself is a big topic, but I was just thinking when you were saying the
Hmm.
difference between the ego and the self-confidence.
Hmm.
Would you like to discuss?
So, ego, when we talk about ego, yeah, we are not talking about our true ego, but we are talking about false ego. So this ego, which by definition itself, it's false ego, which means not confidence, it's overconfidence. Hmm? There is something confidence, and there is something overconfidence. Confidence keep us on the path. Overconfidence will uh, push us, yeah, for a fall down, because we think that we are more than what we are. That is what is called false ego, false identity, ahamkar. Yeah, the akar that we think that we are, but which is not. That is called ahankar, false ego. That is coming due to overconfidence. But confidence definitely is needed. Self-confidence. Without self-confidence, what can we do? We have
Ji.
to at least believe in our own self, right? What are we able to do? Hmm? Just like
Ji.
a doctor. A doctor should have confidence that he can operate and cure the disease uh, of a person. If he is not having that, what will he do? Neither he will induce confidence in himself or the person, the patient. Hmm? And sometimes a doctor, if he is coming with overconfidence, hey, come on, this is nothing to me. I have cured so many people. Yeah. If just because of overconfidence, can he really solve the problem? No. Hmm? If we see in the case of Ravan, it's all about overconfidence that he thought, nothing can win, or nothing. There is nothing in the world that can defeat me. That is overconfidence.
Ji, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have a
So
question.
Ritesh Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for taking up Sundara Kanda. I mean, no matter how many times we listen it, every time it's fresh.
Yeah.
And my question is like, it's a very good point that you mentioned in devotion is if you face some problem in your life, you keep trying and you won't stop and leave everything to God. But what happens if at some point of time, no matter how much I try, I cannot see a result that is coming out of it. And we also have this scene, this Sharanagati in Gajendra Moksham, that whenever we are clueless on what to do, we can just ask, like, we can just leave everything to God and say, you take care of me now, and I'm completely yours. Whatever might be the result, I accept it, and please show me some light. So when does this comes into the picture that I leave?
Yeah, when we have
So
so much faith. Yeah, when we have so much faith that yes, when we have so much faith in the Lord, then we will give everything in the hands of the Lord. Yeah. So if we see in the case of Gajendra, in the case of Draupadi, yeah, first is what we have. We have been given intelligence, we are given abilities. We definitely want to try with that. Yeah. Otherwise, why the Lord is giving all these things? When we come to a point that hey, I am helpless now. Yeah, whatever I can do, I try to do, and it's hopeless. Then yeah, so that's where we take shelter of the Lord and His devotees. We raise our hands up and say, my hands, no, nothing is there in my hands now, it's only you. So that is where we see, we try to do as much as we can. Yeah, why to trouble the Lord? Why to cause? Yeah, okay. Yeah, do we want that master is serving us, or do we want that servant serves the master?
Yes, Prabhuji. I mean, my question is like when do we understand that we reached a point that nothing is working out, and then we leave everything to our Lord?
Yeah, we keep doing. It's not like okay, we found now a time where we should now. Yeah, there is nothing I can. We keep trying. We keep trying. It's not
Okay.
like okay, we want to give up. And just like I mean, in the case of Gajendra, he did try for 10,000 years.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then what he did? Sometimes, yeah, that trying is also because of our false ego that I think that I can do it. That I can do it has to also melt, right? This false ego.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
When the false ego melts, how can it melt? When are really going through that pressing moments. And then what we do is then we understand, hey, I am not the master. There is a master. Let me offer prayer to him and ask his favor. So taking the support of the Lord, yeah, there is no harm. Even you can do from day one, yeah, from the beginning. From as soon as a problem comes, you can already say, hey, Lord, please save me, please save me, please save me. Yeah. But then if the Lord is saving, are we able to see it? Do we have so much faith? Or what is the use if the Lord is keep on saving? What are we improving? How are we developing? How are we advancing? Lord can anyway save. If Lord is saving very so easily, are we going to understand His greatness?
No, Prabhuji.
So the problems come in our life mainly for this purpose, that we really understand that I am not great. It is the Lord who is great. But what I am doing is still, yeah, I am a servant of the Lord. So in that spirit, I always try. And in this case, yeah, Gajendra Moksha. So Gajendra was trying to save himself, right?
Yes,
It
Prabhuji.
was only his self interest.
Yes.
Yeah, but devotee is not even seeing his self interest. A devotee is seeing further that with whatever I have, whatever I can, how can I serve the Lord?
Yes, Prabhuji, that's a very good point. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what our understanding should grow, and then we see that okay, miracles happen. Why? Because I am not doing anything from me. What can I expect for my own comfort? No, I am doing it for the Lord. So I'm already thinking whether the Lord will give me comfort or not. It's up to Him. But my job is to serve Him. So expectation is different. No self-interest.
Yeah, okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone? No. I have one thing I would like to share. Yeah, me and Rupa, we were doing math calculations of how much it would cost for our festival celebration, yeah, on the 1st of April. It's coming around only for feast prasadam. Yeah, it's coming like 400 euros for the only the items that we need for it. Of course, we want to host this whole event on a donation basis, so we will not charge anyone anything. Yeah, unlike some events that go on. Our goal is that we want to share the mercy of the Lord to everyone and give as much as possible. Now that's how we have been doing every time. And I would like to share here just to know for your information that this is what it would cost, and some other miscellaneous things we are estimating so far it would be like 800 euros. Mm. We are very lucky we don't have to hire or rent a hall. Mm. We have the hall from our temple. So at least that already saves a lot. We don't have to hire a sound system, that also saves. It's only these other small things. If anyone is inspired, would like to extend a hand, feel free. Yeah, let me know, or Rupa know, or anyone that you know. Please let them know that we could yeah, share the costs. Of course, again, this is only voluntary. Otherwise, also we are ready to absorb the cost. But bhakti spreads when we share. Yeah, so at least we want to share that there is opportunity of service. Yep. Thank you, everyone. Looking forward more. Please, if you have already registered for the 1st of April, very much happy. I'll be seeing you all in person. And please also say, uh, spread the word with your friends in your areas who may come. I think we have still very few, but there are still some places which we could offer. So could it's still possible. Someone could, if they are interested, they can register. Okay, thank you. Will not hold you up. Already 10 minutes over time. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.